go Texans. Over the Baylor Bears and McLean Stadium. Coats lining the brasses as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bears will put total leather and will get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense takes the field to start this game off. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Back to throw, it's Price. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. The Red Raiders want to move quickly.
They pick up the first down on the drag route, and good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me to get this first down.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
And the Red Raiders will have it first and 10.
29 Phillies.
From the gun, running back gets to give. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. You think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the tape. They can't get it done early in this one. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. So the Baylor Bears offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Give to the running back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Back to throw. It's Flores. Feeling some heat. Fires to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Yeah, the defense had that pegged. There was nowhere to go. As soon as that tight end caught the football, he was on the ground. Nice job by the defense sitting him on the ground quickly.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's looking downfield to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37th. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to show this crowd at home.
Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
On the ready.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. The Red Raiders are rolling down the field. Through the air, it's Price. He finds his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his hand downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. They're working that left side. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. 1st and goal from the 4 as they try to break the seal on the score. A run for the quarterback. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders. On to attempt the try. He is such a dangerous weapon as a runner. It's almost as if it makes the defense tentative because they know the slightest of errors, and he's to the house.
No doubt about it. This is a guy that's going to hurt defenses throwing the football and running the ball as well, and stresses your defense in so many different ways. So this defensive coordinator now has got to find new ways to try and slow him down, contain him. You just got to get the ball out of his hands, because when he's got it, man, he can kill you.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, I mean, look, I know the defense was feeling a little bit about their run game coming into this one. Now they've been leading up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players, and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Illegal blocking the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Turns it loose. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Bears will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that side, and what sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people will see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. It's kind of about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Got him looking wide, but they're going to throw it. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got it. And he's running in the open. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after a big play up top. Trying to barge in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raider.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, he slows through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up the plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Ready?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Flores. Coming after it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone. First half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The Bears will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Come on, let's make a play here!
And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. Bring it out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And this offense is, look, another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over LSU. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Leads it with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Flores. Fires to the right. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's caught. Hit the afterburners, kid. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it again. Touchdown, Bears!
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea. And when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing. Assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to put.
The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Wants to throw on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Dropping back, it's Price. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Hand off from the shotgun. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Red Raiders had their offense in high gear. Reads it, fires complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. So after the first down run, here's second down. From the gun, the ground game. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. They'll give it to him again.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Red Raiders trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. To the air. It's Price. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
On second down, wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. Snowed under by the defense. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
Yeah, and when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of a guy that...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Gaylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant.
He's off to the races. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
Spider.
Defense in press coverage. Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
What are we doing?
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Looking to throw, it's Flores. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This is a 3rd and long.
Green 25. Check, check. Check. Unlock.
Power football with the run. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Bears send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Ready?
That incompletion leads to second down and 10.
Ringo. Ringo.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And that pass intercepted. Taking it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
On the double.
Looking for a productive play on first down.
29 Philly. 2-0.
He's going to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Wants to throw. It's Flores. Starting to feel a little pressure. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Here we go.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Boy, they
job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
And the Red Raiders will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
He's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
What a run. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, the defenses are scared out of their mind.
On the option. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you got a conversation. You got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
All right, let's go. On the ready?
And the Bears look to keep this drive humming.
Easy.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Got it.
The Bears have it with a 1st and 10.
Lasso. Lasso.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for a quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Running back goes in motion. Dropping back, it's Flores. Looking for the score. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes his connection. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see it so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense. And they're turning out positive yardage early.
Out of the gun, the dip to the back. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They'll try to bully their way for the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That's
going for it all. Touchdown, Red Raider. And the punishment has been extended. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and get the 6 points.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking for the big tight end. Got him downfield. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but he did a great job there with the play action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Runs through the tackle. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Got it.
Now. Flip. Hey, Cam. Reload.
To throw, it's Flores. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was. He got the ball right in.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Bears will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. I found. The offense keeps it.
All right, let's go return, guys. You've got to do a better job with ball security. You know these coverage unit teams, they got 50-yard runs at you. They're coming in with a big head of steam. If you're not making a miss, you've got to have 2 hands on the ball.
Oh, what a move!
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Got his man in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He makes the connection. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41?
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5, than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10.
Jackrabbit.
Back to pass, it's Price. Throws for the tight end. Got it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, they're able to hit the corner. As a quarterback, when you've got an athletic tight end like that, you're sort of reading the defense's body position. If the tight end's able to get past them off the line of scrimmage and man coverage, then you're going to be throwing that corner further down the field. But if the defender's playing off because he's afraid of the speed, then you want to flatten him, more like an out route to the sideline. These two guys right here, they've got awesome chemistry, and you saw it on that play.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. Touchdown, Red Raider! And the route is on.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there.
Okay,
This
ready?
offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I tell you, when you've watched this guy play the last couple of games, he's putting himself on the short list for every major defensive college football award. He had 3 sacks in his last game. That was just his 2nd sack this game.
Ready up.
Got some work to do here on 2nd and 8 from the 20.
29 Philly. 2, roll it.
Back to throw, it's Flores. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
On the ready.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here.
Got it.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break.
Igloo. Alert. Oh.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He breaks a tackle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Bears will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the grab close to the logo. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talk about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He's got trips right, a single receiver to the left on 2nd and short. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Pressure coming. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. A 3rd and long coming up here.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, it's McKenna. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. And the Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. He ought to be back, and here comes the Bear offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack from this defense.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Ball in the air, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Red Raider. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You've got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Looking downfield, it's Flores. Fires to the wideout. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Got it. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Off the play fake. Getting some heat. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Pulled down for the tackle.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Looking downfield, it's Flores. A little time, lets it go. He's right on target. And he unleashed the RPM
200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Throws to the tight end. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You've got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been good.
Well, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss.
When I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team and understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, and you open it up for the passing.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41.
325.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Red Raiders are on the move. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Finds his big tight end. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Nowhere to run on now, and he loses 4 on the carry. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. It's good. Easy call for the ref. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. Bringing it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll throw it on first down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 takes remaining on the clock. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. To the air, it's Flores. He's taking the deep shot.